Well, hello everyone. Welcome to our Chapter 7 video lecture on management and leadership. In this chapter, we're focused on the roles of managers and how those roles are evolving. We'll discuss the four functions of management: planning and decision making, organizing, creating a unified system, leading, providing continuous vision and values, controlling, making sure it works. So picture your manager as your current employer or previous employer as we're going through this presentation and reflect on if they display these skills. So the role of the managers are evolving. Managers typically used to just kind of tell the employees what to do. But in today's society, managers need to be more collaborative, working with the employees, emphasizing teamwork and team building. As a manager, your role is to guide your employees, train those employees, motivate. In essence, you're going to coach your employees. Okay? You need to be a skilled communicator. So, communication skills are very important to be a manager, and you need to be a team player. Also, in today's corporate environment, you need to be globally prepared because most companies now are global organizations. Rather than telling employees exactly what to do, managers today tend to give their employees enough evidence to make their own informed decisions about how best to please customers. So think about your place of employment. How do you think employees respond to this empowerment on their job? So when employees are given the choice to determine how to best please the customers, how do you think that customer employees respond to that? Send me an email response on that. Okay? Here we have the four functions of management. And through this process, the goal is to accomplish our organizational goals. So those four functions are planning, organizing, leading, and controlling. So these are the four functions of management. We're going to discuss all four of these functions in greater detail. When we talk about planning, now we're saying what are the goals of the organization. So planning refers to setting goals. Then we must develop strategies in order to reach those goals. What has to take place in order for us to reach those goals? What resources are needed to develop those strategies? And then setting precise steps on how we're going to achieve those goals. Leading, meaning you're motivating your employees to work effectively, you're giving out assignments, explaining the routine, clarifying policy, providing feedback on performance. Okay? Organizing, allocating the resources required, assigning tasks, establishing procedures for accomplishing goals. So again, these are the roles and responsibility what a manager should be doing. Preparing a structure, an org chart shows lines of authority so that everyone understands who they report to and who they should go to for a certain thing. You're recruiting employees, selecting employees, training, and developing. So those are part of organizing. When it comes to controlling, you're measuring results against the corporate objective. Did we reach our goals for this week, this month, for the quarter? You're monitoring the performance of the employees compared to the standards. Rewarding outstanding performance. Rewarding goes a long way. Tell the employees, hey, you're doing a great job. That is a big motivational factor. And as a manager, you must take corrective actions when necessary. This chart just shows the schools that has the highest or has the highest number of CEOs of major corporations. So yes, we've all heard of Harvard University, but you might be surprised that University of Wisconsin is ranked number one. They currently have 14 alumni There are CEOs of major corporations. Okay? So planning, setting the organizational visions, goals, and objectives. So what is a vision? So a vision is more than just a goal. A vision explains why we exist. Why is this company here? What is our purpose? All of that will be explained in the vision of the company. When it comes to goal, these are long-term accomplishments of an organization. So a goal could be we would like to reach sales revenue of 100 million by our 5th year of operation. Objective says, okay, then what needs to take place to reach that goal? So we want to make sure that sales increase each year by maybe 20,000 to reach that goal at the end of the 5th year. Most companies have a mission statement for their business, which is going to outline the fundamental purpose of the organization. So do me a favor, when you get to work, ask your employer, do they have a mission statement? Often that's found on the employer's website. So the mission statement discusses the organization's self-concept, what is the philosophy of this company, what is our long-term survivor needs, what do we need to be in business for a long time, what are the needs of our customers. So we've done our market research. Social responsibility. What social action causes are we going to champion? And what is the nature of the product and or service that we're providing to our different customers? Okay? So when you plan, you answer two fundamental questions. What is the situation now? And how do we get to our goal from here? So we discussed what's called a SWOT analysis, which you've heard of that before. It's a planning tool that look at the organization's strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. And we'll talk in more detail about the SWOT analysis. Now, to go from here to here, there had to be planning. There's strategic planning, tactical planning, operational planning, and contingency planning. Let's take a look at these different types of planning. Okay, so with a SWOT analysis, a SWOT matrix, I won't go through all of this. You're going to identify the strengths of your corporation, any weaknesses of your corporation, what are opportunities, areas in which we can grow, and what are the threats that we are facing. So you can look at a strength could be that we're a leader in our market. A weakness could be that we don't have a clear direction on where we're going. Opportunities could be to expand our product line. A threat could be rise and sale of substitute products, meaning products coming from our customers. So corporations do a SWOT analysis to determine their strength, weaknesses, opportunities, as well as threats to the organization. Now, planning involves the development of detailed short-term statements about what is to be done, who is to do it, and how. Is the correct response A, B, C, or D? What did you choose? Okay. If you said A, that is correct. That's known as tactical planning. But let's take a look at these 4 different types of planning. First, we have strategic planning, determining the major goals of the organization and the policies and strategies for obtaining and using resources to achieve these goals. So you think about strategic planning, these are more the long-term goals of the business organization. Whereas tactical planning, developing detailed short-term statements about what is to be done, who is to do it, and how it is to be done. So tactical planning are going to be information that indicates how we're going to reach the goals from our strategic planning. Operational planning, setting work standards and schedules necessary to implement the company's tactical objectives. So now we're making sure that each employee understands what are their duties, responsibilities, things of that nature. And a contingency plan says, do we have an alternative course if something doesn't go right? So a contingency plan is preparing an alternative course of action that may be used if the primary plan does not achieve the objective of the organization. So we're saying we got this plan in place, but if that plan is not working, do we have a backup plan that's known as a contingency plan? Okay. Now, not all firms have a contingency plan because they believe in their strategic, tactical, and operational planning that it's going to work, and therefore they do not set a contingency planning. But some corporations do have a plan in place just in case those other plans are not working out. Okay? AI, artificial intelligence. What does AI mean for managers? Can AI replace managers? Well, there's a firm that suggests that AI algorithms could take over almost 70% of the work currently performed by managers within the next 4 years. That's major. Again, it predicts that AI could take over almost 70% of the routine work performed by managers within the next 4 years, which means that you will have to be able to distinguish yourself, set yourself apart from your competitors, because with AI, there will be a shortage in the workforce, potentially from a jobs perspective, because AI is doing the job of multiple people. Okay? So, with a contingency plan again, organization of all kind, there could always be some unexpected events. Okay? So here we have first responders help 2 men during an emergency drill simulating a chemical weapons attack. So, does your employer or school have a contingency plan? So, I know that we often will have fire drills. That's a contingency plan saying that if something unexpected happens or if there's an armed intruder, we have those drills so that we know what to do if those situations are to arise. All right. Next, we talk about planning and decision making. Planning and decision making. So, with decision making, you're going to choose among 2 or more alternatives to determine what is the best decision for that business organization. So, we have a model steps that helps us determine how to choose the best decision. First, define the situation, what is taking place. Describe and collect the needed information. What are the alternatives? Which alternatives seem to be best? And then do what is indicated based upon steps 1 through 4 and determine whether the decision was a good one and follow up. So this is not just for corporations. You can apply this to your personal life as well. Before you make a decision, I encourage you to apply this decision-making model so that you will make the most appropriate decision. Okay? So decision-making also deals with problem solving, the process of solving everyday problems that occur. So we're saying, if I choose this particular decision, will that solve a problem? Will that correct a situation? So we may do some brainstorming. That's when we come up with many solutions as possible and then determine which of those solutions seem to be the best idea. PMI means you listen to all the pluses for a solution in one column, all the minuses in another column, and the implications in a third column. Okay? So these are some great tools when it comes to planning and decision making. Stay tuned for part 2 of our Chapter 7 video lecture.